The government's ambitious production-linked scheme, which aims to make India a manufacturing powerhouse, recently came under review by an interministerial panel. It was launched over 3 years ago in March 2020 and has seen several such periodical reviews. In the recent stock taking, the panel found that the scheme was not doing well in some sectors. The scheme, launched with an outlay of 1.97 trillion rupees, helps firms with incentives on incremental sales and production across 14 sectors, spanning from mobiles, drones, telecom, textiles, automobiles, white goods, and pharmaceutical drugs, among others. However, all is not going as planned, as firms in certain sectors have shown no interest in enrolling under the scheme. The panel's review report revealed that targeted investment in some key sectors has not been achieved. Investments have struggled to take off in industries such as textiles, information technology hardware, automobiles, and specialty steel. The investments have also been slow in the case of medical devices, ACC batteries, and white goods. According to reports, the government had anticipated an investment of Rs 49,682 crore in FY 2024. However, during the initial 9 months of this financial year, investments totaling over Rs 30,695 crore, equivalent to 61.8%, have been realized across all 14 sectors. Another issue hurting the PLI scheme is the low pace of incentive processing to companies enrolled under the scheme. In the first 9 months of FY 2024, the total disbursement under the PLI scheme amounted to only 1,447 crore rupees across 10 schemes, with 78% of this allocation going to mobile devices. However, incentives for pharma, telecom, IT hardware, and medical devices, among others, remain subdued in FY24.
What we are expecting from the government now is that there is a provision for overflow, wherein if some beneficiary has crossed the upper ceiling and the other beneficiaries have not been able to meet the target, then the beneficiary who has surpassed the ceiling is eligible for overflow and incentives. So my request to the government is that process needs to be stated and clarified. Otherwise, the PLI scheme is doing fine for mobiles. For telecom devices, again, we have met the thresholds. However, it's taking time, and we have still not received the disbursement or the approvals. In telecom PLI scheme, we request the government to intervene and advise and instruct the implementing agencies to expedite so that the approval process and the disbursement can be more seamless.
Accordingly, the government has slashed the disbursement target for the current financial year to Rs 8,285 crore from Rs 11,000 crore. But it is not all gloomy in the PLI universe, as manufacturing of pharmaceutical drugs, electronics, and solar PV modules have certainly benefited from the PLI. But experts say there is still some execution required in the schemes that are doing well.
For air conditioning components and lighting components, again, we have met the threshold. However, the provision in this scheme is that we can apply for the scheme only after the fiscal year has completed, which is a very long duration. In the case of mobile phones, we can apply for the disbursement on a quarterly basis. So we have requested the government that in the case of lighting components and also air conditioning components, the operational part should be made similar to what is there in mobile, so that the benefits of PLI scheme, because after all the beneficiaries are making investments and growing their business, the fund disbursement can happen timely.
Industry insiders say that government interventions might help to make the PLI scheme successful in sectors that are lagging so far. So how can the PLI scheme be rejigged?
I feel it has to be sector specific. I feel that maybe already the ministry has done in the past also in understanding that every sector is very different, right? You need to create a subject matter experts kind of a committee in ensuring that is done. So maybe I think I would not want to say the word rework, but I would want to say how can they partner more with sectors. So because every sector, textile would be different, a semiconductor would be different, electronics would be different, and a solar energy sector would be different. So I think more understanding on the sector that is there, and clearly defining the roadmap is very, very important, with targets defining. So I think that will also further not only motivate us, the industry, but also give clear targets to people going forward.
As the government ponders over readjustments in the PLI scheme, some industry insiders ask for minor tweaks and better execution in sectors where the PLI has delivered on the desired result, while others seek well-defined targets and even some relaxation in targets for sectors which have seen a subdued interest. However, for now, the ball is in the government's court to make PLI attractive for receiving a better response from the industry.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
She's working her way to the corner office. Business Standard.